People of the verse, hello and welcome back to the channel. It's the Eradicator, and in this video we are of course going to talk about Star Citizen Alpha 3.11.1, which is now in the live servers. We know that the expo, as I am making this video, is coming up in 17 minutes, so probably it will be out by the time you will be watching this video. And the least I can say is that the experience that I've had earlier on Twitch, when I had this live stream with a community and with some people who even came to play with me, is that it wasn't so great. So that's what we'll be talking about in this video. More after these messages. This video is brought to you by the people who support this channel on Patreon and via the join button as well. Supporters of the channel get access to lots of cool perks, such as access to my private Discord, your question answered in the show, you get to know when I'm going to play, and also you get to have a chance to influence the editorial line of the channel. Any help is appreciated, starts at just $1 a month. Thank you very much for watching. This is the Eradicator, and I'll see you guys later. Alright, where are we now? We are at New Babbage. I was trading during that live stream with my good buddy Griffiths, and look at that! A 30k error, and you know guys, actually this is not going to be the worst error that we've seen, so much so for server improvements that were supposedly coming with Star Citizen Alpha 3.11.1. I guess the tests that were done in the PTU were not good enough because, well, the servers so far have not been great. Maybe it's because of the influx of new players, because it's true that pretty much all of the servers I've been into were quite full, so this could perhaps explain why. Eventually I made it back to the servers, and you can see quite a lot of players here at the New Babbage Interstellar starport, and trying to get the elevators here from the Hyperloop. And unfortunately you can see quite a few people are stuck here at this lobby simply because we can't get up. The elevators decided not to work. We thought that maybe this was a 30k error, but it seems like the rest of the server was working just fine. So yeah, I am afraid to report that, I don't know, maybe it was again just this server, but apparently here they were not working. And again, I cannot imagine, you know, what new players are going to think when they get into the verse. They try to, you know, they get a bit bored of New Babbage, say, okay, I've seen the expo, what else is there? You know, I want to get out of this planet, I want to see the verse. They're gonna go here at the end of the metro to then take a ship at the starport, and it's not gonna work. They're gonna be stuck here. That is not going to be a good impression for those new players. So with Gruffus and a couple of other people, we came up with a great idea. We decided to take a ground vehicle and leave the commons at New Babbage to then go to the Interstellar starport and hope that we will be able to get to the actual lobby of the starport from the garage. So here we are, here sitting in an Ursa rover, quite a few people here being transported in the Ursa rover, waiting for some more people here. Maybe not everything, but there's not anyone outside, so we'll be on our way, just quietly and peacefully waiting here until we arrive at our destination. Now, of course, the problem when you are driving a ground vehicle is that it takes much more time than if you are flying a starship. When you are flying a starship, you know, you are in the air, you can fly at several, you know, hundreds of kilometers per hour, if not thousands of kilometers per hour, and things get very quick very easily. Whereas, you know, when you are in a ground vehicle, of course, you have to travel between obstacles, you know, rocks, chunks of ice here in this case, and you are also faring at a much slower speed. We're talking about up to, you know, 100 kilometers per hour, even maybe less here for an Ursa rover. And oh no, oh, whatever happened here, it seems like as we were driving on our way to the New Babbage Interstellar starport, the Ursa clipped through the sea of ice, and we just died like this. The party has disbanded. I am back at the Habs, but it appears that the driver of this Ursa, Admiral Gruffus, got a crime stat. How is this happening? Well, one of the passengers was not in the party. We just allowed him to take a spin with us, and instead, you can see here, players will be charged for you know, for my death. I decided not to press the charge by pressing the right bracket, but someone decided to press the left bracket, which gave my buddy Admiral Gruffus a 3-star crime stat, which means that we are not going to be able to do any trading within. This was my plan for this live stream, to have a fleet of cargo ships going around New Babbage and do some trading. That's not going to be possible if one of the pilots has a crash. That's simply because that is going to put my convoy at risk. So we decided to go to Security Post Correa and help him clear his crime stat. Once again, guys, things decided that they would not be working as intended, unfortunately. Alright, so I decided then to take my own ground vehicle as I am heading towards New Babbage Interstellar Starport. You can see that, yeah, I am in a Dragonfly, on a Dragonfly I should say, and it is not going fast at all. In fact, it took me a good 6 minutes from the commons all the way to the garage here at New Babbage to make it and then get into my ship. So yeah, that was not a great means of transportation. I totally understand now why we have that that Hoover loop here that goes from the starport all the way to the city. It definitely is much faster than with a, I would say, conventional vehicle. Eventually I made it to my ship, my Cutlass Black here, and this is where we are going to pick up the crew outside of the commons. Amurograph here, as well as I forgot, Moonshadow is also going to be here, both of them members of this community on the Discord channel. And let's have a nice little link. Ooh, another bug here. You can see that about half of the ship has not spawned. For some reason it does spawn after, but still, nevertheless, this is again not going to give a very good impression of the game to new players. Alright, we'll just making sure that they're all getting in the ship. I will let them close the door, and here we go. This should allow us to get going. We'll be on our way to Security Post Correa to help Amurographers get rid of his crime stat. On our way to Security Post Correa, in the quantum travel, I noticed something very weird. Did you see that the quantum travel effects are simply not working? We do have it in the front of the ship, but we do not have that wrap effect around the ship, just giving us the emptiness of space around the ship, which is an interesting effect for sure. I mean, it does look like the ship is traveling very fast in space, but this is not really, you can see here, it kind of looks very blurry on the side. This is not the intended effect at all. Something that was reported in Star Citizen 3.11.1 PTU, and that unfortunately has not been fixed. It's not even in the patch notes, unfortunately. Again, showing that sometimes the patch notes seem a little bit out of touch compared to the reality and a lot of the bugs that the players are experiencing, which is a bit frustrating because, we are working very hard to get those bugs fixed, to get those bugs reported into issue cancel, and in the end, it feels like these bugs are not being acknowledged, which is quite demotivating, to be honest here. Alright, well, we are going to get to Selene, the moon around which Security Post Correa orbits, just dead ahead of us, and we are going to see that, oh, we are being interdicted, and boom! The ship just randomly explodes here for absolutely no reason. Oh wow, that was really weird. I have no idea about what happened. Fortunately, Amurographus was not sent to prison. He ended up responding at Grimex, which is one of the features of 3.11, right? When you are wanted but not caught, you end up responding at Grimex and not in prison. So good for him. As far as I'm concerned, I will be responding at New Babbage, so that's going to be quite a long way to picking up. And eventually I decided to give up and just quit the stream because there's just nothing that I could do in this live stream. Nothing actually worked as intended, and that was unfortunate. Now the other thing that happened, look at that, I'm in my habs, but for some reason in the habs here at New Babbage it is over 300 degrees Celsius, so I am definitely not going to remove my I don't know why it's so high. Maybe it's because of the heat of the explosion that happened before. But again, something that was not intended to happen. So there we have it, guys. Star Citizen Alpha 3.11.1 has a ton of bugs that should not be happening. These are PTU worthy bugs that should not be in a live service. Something that unfortunately I called during the PTU period. I am afraid that the new players who are not used to Star Citizen are going to have a funky time. Look at the palm face here. That is that was my live reaction during that live stream. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that this video is not going to discourage you. Otherwise, if you like this kind of content, please don't forget to give this video a like, and please subscribe to the channel to see daily Star Citizen videos. Once again, this is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later.